It's Tuesday. It's Mark Pyers. It's real.
I was walking down the road today, looking for another way to ease my mind and help my living.
It's Real Talk. It's the daily variety show, Mark Pyers Real Talk. Here to help you make smarter moves to amplify your current state. And I'm here with you on day 421 in a row of the Mark Pyers Real Talk show. And I'm not sure how long I'm going to be on. I'm sure that will be a 7-hour show now, but I do have a lot to do. I got on late today because I brought a new listing on the market. And you got to have priorities, guys. Priorities first and foremost is make a living. Oh, new property going on the market? Okay. So that's where the focus was for the bulk of this afternoon, was prepping for the MLS so I can get this property on the market. And that's just kind of some of the detail stuff we have to do as realtors, right? I have some stuff for you today, some news stories, something kind of interesting. I didn't even realize this. The stock market's been on a real tail downwards. It's because of this whole coronavirus. But did you guys hear that Corona beer is actually also doing very badly? It's become increasingly difficult to walk into a bar and say, "Can I have Corona?" I can imagine those, How about if I get just like Corona Light? Is it like maybe not as bad as a full Corona? I'm just waiting for someone to bring that one up on late night. Corona's not doing too well these days. Who wants to order a Corona right now? I'm nervous about this coronavirus thing, guys. They're now telling the U.S. to prep. Get ready. It's coming. And yesterday they said that 70% of the planet is going to have this thing. 70%. Now I'm starting to see the conspiracy theories. They're coming from everywhere. Did you guys see this new one? Because they couldn't get Trump out, that this is the way that the Democrats are trying to get Trump out. It's crazy. I love conspiracy theories. Don't get me wrong. Like some of my favorites, Area 51. Aliens in general. I love this conspiracy theory that they don't exist. How's everyone doing over here on Insta? I appreciate you guys. You should head over to YouTube and subscribe and ding the bell. I will say that to you guys right now. Please do that. Head over to YouTube, subscribe and ding the bell, please, because I'm trying to build out that show. Been live for 421 days in a row. And if you missed it yesterday, I got a call from a couple of heavy hitters. I'm not saying like in like the small sense heavy hitters. I mean serious. Cheech and Chong and Snoop Dogg, heavy hitters. They called to say congratulations on my 420th day in a row of Real Talk. And if you guys don't know, this is a variety show. We have all kinds of guests coming on. Mostly they're just this guy in face swap form. But still, we're here to just try to entertain you. Try to bring some light into your day because I'm sure you know it. The amount of darkness that's thrown at you is ridiculous. We need Zabrowski. Come on, Zabrowski, give it to us. I'm turning it up for you. Woohoo! Woohoo! Oh, I love that. I love the woohoo. It's what gets me going. Every time I get to the end of that song and I hear woohoo, I'm like, all right, I'm ready to go now. Like I started off kind of like, I'm just sludgy today, right? And then I hear woo-hoo. I'm like, let's go. Where are we going? We got an hour. Let's make it happen. Let's see. Michael, how you doing? Lysol kills it, Michael said. He says it's been killing it for years. You know what? We may have to try that, Michael, because the big issue we're going to have with this coronavirus is like when it starts to seep into people we know, like, oh, I can't get together with John tonight. Oh, why? What's going on? Does he have a cold? No, he has coronavirus. Not good. See, we're laughing about it now, but it's going to be like a real thing where everyone's going to have it. And it's just going to be like, oh, geez, can you believe it, John? He doesn't have coronavirus. It's going to be like one of those things where all of a sudden people are surprised that you don't have coronavirus. I'm really worried about this, guys. I got 3 young kids, and I'm a real estate agent. I was at an open house on Sunday, and I felt really, I'm like, and I told a few people, I'm like, can I do like a fist bump with you? Because I have 3 kids at home. I don't know you. I don't know what you're bringing to this house. And the only reason I think this way is because I was interviewed by Phil Hall the previous day, and his engineer, sweetest guy in the world, and I went to do the handshake. He did a great job. I don't know if you saw, he held a microphone while I played a song in the studio. And I went to shake his hand, and he goes, ooh, I don't want to do that. I've been feeling something like congestion type of thing coming on, and I don't want to put you through that. So, just let's, from here, I'll wave at you. I said, you know what? I want to thank you. Because most people will go right in for that handshake. They could be like, here's the other thing. Have you ever had this before? You're like, hey, nice to meet you. And they shake your hand. And then 3 minutes later, you're like, and you're like, dude, you just shook my hand. And then you're feeling stuff like on your hand. Like I'm feeling things starting to grow on my hand. And I'm like trying to get out of there to wash this hand here that now it should have like one of those things on it. And you got to maybe wrap it up and bring it to a hospital, have them spray it down with Lysol, as Michael said over here. We're in a bit of a comedic mood today. I'm feeling it. I don't know why. Because I started off, like I said, very sluggish today. I was like, geez, I got to go on again for a 421st day in a row? And what are you going to do, Mark? What are you going to talk about? Well, I don't know. What have we talked about for the first 420? Whatever the universe wants to bring out of me in the moment. And I love that. I got to tell you, I want to know what kind of topics you guys are into, what you'd like me to cover more often, because I'm going to start dialing in on the stuff you dig. That's it. I'm going to start giving you what you want. And look, the show is not going to change. I just dropped podcast number 51. And guys, I don't listen to these things before I leave them for you. This is such a good episode. I was driving to my appointments today. I'm like, let me just check this one out. It is so good. And then I'm realizing every podcast is great because they're all in the moment and they all reach out to you and tell you, look in the mirror and realize you got something to offer this planet. You're not just walking through your day to day and then you die. You've got something that you're meant to do while you're here. I don't know what it is yet. I figured out what mine is 421 days ago, and I didn't even know it then. It took me weeks, months, almost part of that full year to realize that I'm meant to be doing this. I'm a realtor. Just got to remind you guys, look, when you need to buy or sell real estate in Connecticut, give me a call. You want some real estate advice? I'll give you anything you need. Are you a buyer? Are you a seller? What situation are you in? I'm sure I've been through it before. This is the thing I think is very valuable when you are in a position like mine. And in your position, your value, whatever you do for a living, you have an expertise to share. You have years of experience that you could provide to your clients in order to guide them when you're with them. You guys realize that everything massive happens in a moment. That's why I say to live in it, because it all happens like that. Even transactions, real estate transactions, they happen so quickly and you really don't have the time to digest and to understand the entire thing. Because you're going to only do the next one 7 years later, 10 years later, you're going to decide to buy and sell and buy another house. You don't have the capacity, or you shouldn't. You shouldn't need that. What you should do is find someone that has the experience, someone that's going to do what I call real talk, tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. We all want to hear certain things. Like, ooh, yeah, your house is worth that. Oh, we'd love to hear, yeah, I could get you that much. Here's the truth. A market is a market. You can't fool a market. Everybody tries to fool the market. They used to fool the market when people went into offices to sit down and look through a book. Ooh, what do you got, Sally? What's on the market right now, Sally? Ooh, well, look, I've got this look at this one piece of paper here. There's a black and white photo on the top. Look at that. This is not part of my time in the business. I don't remember this. I just have heard stories. People used to need a real estate agent. I need to get the information. The only one who has it is Mark. Now it's, just go to Zillow. I'm going to scroll down to the bottom. Oh, who's that? There's a face at the bottom of the screen. They seem to be the person in the know. Let me give them a call and give them my business. Wait a second. Hold on. I just want to get this straight for a second. You're playing for the Yankees. You're playing against the Boston Red Sox. And you see this pitcher you're trying to hit. And you're like, you know what? I'm going to go and ask their coach how to hit that ball. I'm going to go ask him how that ball breaks. Hey, can you tell me, how does that ball break? I see it moving, but when does it start to drop? What? Just give me a tip. Why the heck would they tell you? Why are they going to tell you what you need to hear? They're going to tell you what you want to hear. This is the difference. When you find a professional, someone who does it for the sheer reality of it. When you're a 41-year-old man and you realize you'll be doing this for 30 years, for another 20, 30 years, you're building a business. You're building a reputation. Your integrity. What you bring to the table is what stands the test of time. You wrong someone now, you'll never live it down. It's like that old thing. I don't know who said this, but character is who you are when no one's looking. Is that what it is? Something like that? Because it's true. If you really don't feel, if you really don't care, then you're just going to do what you want, and you're going to not really be too concerned if someone else gets hurt. But if you have that extra, I don't know, it's like an extra emotion. If you have that extra emotion and you want to share, then you share. And this is part of what the title of today's podcast was. I'm going to find what the title is real quick. Let's see, Michael wrote something here. I'm going to read it in a second. I'm going to read you the title of this as well. Give me 1 second here. The title of this podcast for today. Where the heck is it? That's the way it always works, guys. When you need something, you just can't find it. I'm sure I dropped. Oh, a true hero doesn't need to own a cape. Now that's something that Cross said during one of my lives. Bulldogs, how are you? I'm so glad to see you on. I love when you come on, Bulldogs. Cross said that to me during the show. He said, a true hero doesn't need a cape. And I thought about that because I tell you guys about Mike Green, my superhero when I was in 7th grade. You're a superhero. It could be someone you do not expect. It's not your brother. It's not your mom or your dad. Maybe, but most likely it's somebody you would not expect. Someone that's got your back and they don't even know they have your back. But they are charged with that mission and they will stand up and they will do it without even realizing it. And they'll just do it. Mike Green, prime example. Mike Green would come out of nowhere and protect me against 2 bullies when I was a small little kid getting beat up and thrown against lockers in the 7th grade. Mike Green was the only person who cared about this little guy. The only person who said, you know what? I'm not going to let these 2 big guys who are already they were already into puberty. These kids were already big dudes. One of them was shaven already. The other kid had a twitch. And I'm like this little midget kid who spoke up and said, hey guys, leave him alone. Look, if you have a kid and I don't know why I've always been trying to help people. Even in 7th grade, I'm the small kid seeing this other kid getting picked on. And I say, hey guys, hey 2 guys picking on this little kid as well. Leave him alone. That was the start of a 1-year just tirade of abuse that I dealt with daily, all day, every single day. Now, here's the difference. All day, school day, all school day. This was 1990, something like that. We didn't have the internet. I did not have to worry about going home and seeing text messages from my friends saying, ooh, I saw John Bruno. He said he can't wait to punch you in the face tomorrow. Or I didn't get an email from John saying, you know how much I can't wait to see you come around the corner tomorrow, Mark, and just give you an elbow in the face. Like, this is what would have been terrorizing me if it existed back then. But I just had to deal with it during the day. I had to deal with, while I was at school in between classes, I may come around the corner and catch an elbow. I may walk around the corner and see Rich and John, and all of a sudden, now it's like round 2 of the WWF. I mean, seriously, guys, they would stand around and watch. They would stand around and watch me get beat up. Here's the worst thing about it. I never fought back. Not once. Not once did I try to hit them. Not once did I try to throw an elbow, kick, to flail. I just took it. For a full year, I took it. The amount of days I cried, I don't know. The amount of days I just felt like I don't think I could do this again tomorrow. I don't know. But I'm here, guys, because I don't give up. And I'm sure 7th grade me was feeling the same way. I'm like, you know what? I hate these guys. And I don't deserve to be picked on like this for saying, hey, guys, leave him alone. But this is my reality. I'm going to put my head down. I'm going to get through it. And, you move through it. I don't know. I look back at that now, though, and I say, geez, if I didn't have Mike Green, if Mike Green wasn't there to come out of nowhere like a freight train, throwing people out of the way in order to help protect me, I don't know, guys. What if you have absolutely nobody there for you? And the weight just keeps getting heavier and heavier. I don't know. I don't have answers like that. All I could tell you is that I had a superhero. And even though I still dealt with the abuse, I had this spark of hope that I may see Mike Green coming through the crowd. And that's something to live for right there. I could have had a whole different experience if I was looking out and all I saw was these faces, these like smiles and grins as I was getting abused and picked on by two guys. Two like almost men. And some of my friends would be standing around watching and laughing. I remember there's this one kid that I was friends with. It used to baffle me. Like he'd be like standing around laughing while I would get beat up. And then like 20 minutes later, he'd be like talking to me like he's like my friend. And in 7th grade, you don't think any better. You don't think about it at all. But honestly, there's something weird about that. We live in a society where people find a joy and an enjoyment when they see others getting just pummeled. Like, I see some funny stuff. Someone's trying to jump over something and they land on their face. Like there's some crazy funny stuff where people do stupid stuff and it winds up being humorous. But the idea of wanting people to get hurt is a weird thing, guys. Let me see what Michael said over here. Oh, Michael, listen, Michael, I'm up for that. Michael, I think, says that they're a moving company. So look, if you guys need a moving company, Michael can handle your needs. And Michael, shoot me a note offline. I'm always looking for more people. And it sounds like you're a family business, which is something that we like to do. Yeah. Rue's family moving, families moving, families. Yeah, families moving, families. I like that, Michael. I'll tell you why. Okay. I'm the founder, the CEO, the inventor of the BeatSeat. The BeatSeat is the drum you play with your hands and feet. It's the first drum for guitar players, and it's an extremely powerful sensory therapy drum for anyone with a special need. And I hand build each one of these, and we're looking to get them out to everybody, to musicians, to anyone with a special need. So we're a family business too, my friend. We're grassroots. We're pushing. Something else I wanted to talk to you about today. We didn't even get into this yet, but why do people follow others instead of following their intuition, instead of following their heart? You guys ever think about this? I'm going to get into it because as an inventor, as somebody who's trying to get the world to realize I created something that is better than what is out there. It's a very simple thing. What I created is a drum, okay? It's not like this is like rocket science. I created a drum. But the other drum that everyone plays right now has a single panel, and you have to bend over in a weird position to play it. One panel, bend over to play it. I create something that you could sit completely upright. You could play with your hands. You could play with your hands and your feet at the same time. And it sounds like a 7-piece drum kit. I got to show it to you now because this is what happens, guys. We get a little... I'm just going to give you an idea of what this thing sounds like. Here's just a little BeatSeat demo, okay? Check this out. So the BeatSeat, again, drum you play with your hands and feet. Very simple. I'm lefty, so I have it set up this way. But most people, as I'm learning, because I'm talking to Barry Urich right now, trying to get him to check out the BeatSeat, and he's a righty. Most people are righty. But if I did righty, this is my snare. See that? My kick is the left side, so check this out. You have a snare here for your hands. Now, even this right here, my angle for our beat seat is the perfect angle for a percussionist, for a drummer. You don't have to bend down in order to access that panel. The other one is a flat surface face. You either have to sit back like this while you play it in order to get it to sit in a normal position, or you have to bend down to access it. The beat seat, look at how I'm sitting right now, guys. I'm just going to show you. This is feet. See, so you got feet going. That alone, the kick. Find me any drum out there besides a kick drum that's deeper than that. And in fact, if you listen to the Her recording from the NAACP Awards the other night, Her's playing the beat seat with just her hands, and the kick sounds like Carrington Drum's kick drum. When I saw Thierry Arpino play at Blue Note in New York City with Lisa Fischer, the beat seat had a deeper kick than his kick drum. Deeper. Because of the shape, guys. Listen to this. What? So now here you take it to the next level. I don't have my guitar in my hand. I'm a drummer. I'm a percussionist, whatever. I got my whole body. I can access with the entire body. Tom-toms, snare, and then you have a roto-tom, which is almost like the original cajon. So check out our roto. The beat seat. It's the drum you play with your hands and feet. So listen, Michael, I invented this. I patented this. It's 2019 Summer NAMM Editor's Choice winner. Her is playing it on TV the other night. And still, the world sits and waits. Let's see what happens with the beat seat. Is it really that good? I don't know. Maybe it's fabricated. Maybe he didn't even play that. Maybe he played a track and it's really a drum kit. Woo! And then what happens? What happens, Jeff? Everybody buys it as soon as they see Her and John Mayer and Jacob Collier, whoever is out there playing the beat seat, that all of a sudden they're like, oh, I got to get one because John Mayer has one. Well, wait a second. You saw it 2 years ago and you thought it was cool. Why didn't you buy one? Well, I just had to make sure. I just had to make sure that someone else thought it was cool. And this is my problem with this existence. There are leaders, and then everybody else just follows those leaders. And I know that's how we're made up, guys. You have support, you have, A personalities, whatever. But when your intuition's telling you something is good, your intuition's telling you something is cool, don't sit around and wait for John Mayer to come out and say, hey, guys, this is cool. Or to see Her show up on the NAACP Awards playing the beat seat. That should tell you it right there. Someone who's 23 years old and deeply into the music industry, Grammy Award winner, killing it right now. And she's like, you know what? I'm playing on NAACP Awards. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start the show sitting on this brand new instrument that no one has ever seen before. Now, if we're in an existence where being different, appearing unique is extremely impossible, I'm offering that to you, to every single musician right now. And no, you know what? We're going to play this cajon. Look, guys, I built a cajon. The reason I built the beat seat is because the cajon is not great. It's good. It's good. I had to build something better. I had to build something that I can use, something that I can play my guitar. I can't do that with a cajon. It's underneath you. The design is flawed. I'm sorry. And everyone's playing it. Everyone's buying them still. And then we have companies, drum companies that are like, nah, I don't know. We've got, yeah, I know what you guys got. you got a ton of inventory that will not sell as soon as the world knows that this thing exists. Because why the heck would you buy something with one playable panel when the BeatSeat has 4? And you could sit upright. You don't hurt your back. And the bass is 60 times deeper than any cajon. Maybe you find one that's got a deep bass. I don't know. But nothing is as deep as the BeatSeat because of our size, because of our shape, my patented design. It's like an auditorium inside the BeatSeat. So my frustration with the music industry, with the percussion industry, is that they see this, they know it's better, it's clearly better, and they don't want to do a licensing deal because it makes everything else they have worthless. Maybe not worthless, but it becomes a harder sell. Look, I got all this product I can't sell anymore because this guy created something better. Let's just shut him down. You know what we'll do? We'll just tell him it's not that great. We'll just sit there and hopefully he fails. Hopefully he just runs out of steam. Hopefully his fire for this thing starts to wane, and then we'll just steal the idea from him. This is what people do. Companies so big, they're like, you know what? We've got 60 different cajones to sell. None of them have 4 playable panels and 2 snares, and you can sit upright and play. We got to just make sure we keep selling our product and hope this guy doesn't get his product out there. Now, I'll tell you what, they're getting nervous when they start seeing her showing up to play on the BeatSeat. It's one of the biggest artists on the planet, and she's now like all about the BeatSeat. Her production manager, Dave, my boy, said, Mark, she wants one. I am going to build one for her. Are you kidding me? I will build you any BeatSeat you want. How do you want it finished? I'll finish it. And I want to see you playing it more. I just want to see her on it more. I want to see her incorporating her feet. Because honestly, guys, if she's on there and she's playing with her feet and she has her guitar in her hand, it's a wrap. It is a wrap. This entire world will all of a sudden be like, oh my goodness, that's possible? Cross just nailed it. Afraid of change. Cross, by the way, you have to check out podcast number 51 just went up. And the title, it's you, buddy. You said this in the middle of the episode. You said, superheroes don't always need capes, something like that. And I took that and I basically made it part of the title of the podcast, which, by the way, ridiculous episode. The last 2, guys, I'm not going to tell you. It's a free podcast. Just go and check it out. When you get to the end of your current podcast that you like to listen to, just go to the Real Talk program, check out 51 and go backwards. 51's tight. I'll tell you what, the music was hot too. There's some great stuff in there. And I don't know. Guys, I get animated here. I get excited about all of this. But at the end of the day, you know, I'm going to keep driving regardless of the no's I get. Regardless of a company who's massive pitching products that are inferior and they're saying, no, we're not. Yeah, we see you. Yeah, we see you. Yeah, good luck. Yeah, we see you. Good luck? Excuse me. This is the thing. I'm going to just put this out there right now. I am putting out a challenge. My challenge is to the entire percussion industry. Whatever company you have or you are a part of, if you're an artist with a company, if you're with LP, if you're with DW, if you're with whatever, Lone Star Percussion, Gom Bops, whatever it is, I want you to let your people in charge know. The challenge is laid out. BeatSeat against your best drum. I want you to take the best drum, the one that you're like, hey, this is our best drum. Ooh, it's our nicest drum. It's got the best tone. You get the best tone drum that you have, cajon, against the BeatSeat. I'll same artist, or I'll even one up it. I'm not a percussionist, guys. By trade. I'm a guitar player and singer-songwriter, okay? I'm starting to get pretty good on percussion, but I'm not a percussionist by trade. I don't use my hands the way percussionists do. I know there's a guy I've seen who's unbelievable on a cajon. The way he moves his hands, if I get that dude to sit on the BeatSeat, that would be a wrap too, but I would even go up against him. Him against me on the BeatSeat. And I'm not going to be able to do the stuff he does with his hands, but I'm going to be able to create way more music than he can. I have 4 appendages. He's using his hands. And so I prefer not to be the guy. I want to get Thierry, for example. Thierry is a drummer. Thierry against anybody's best percussion. Their best cajon. I just want it to be a sound competition. I want you to try to provide or produce more, as much. How about, let's say this, half as much tone as I produce. How about that? I'll give you half. If you could produce half as much tone, I'll be like, okay, you have a decent thing there. But literally every single place you hit that thing sounds different. So if I'm able to get omnitone, I'm sitting upright. Again, I'm just like preaching to the choir now, guys. I mean, seriously, doesn't it seem insane that every percussion company would not want to just be like, let's license this BeatSeat because it's going to be massive. It's the first drum that has 3 markets. Cajones have 1 market. Drummers, percussionists, drummers who can't play a drum kit, they play the cajon. That's the market. We have that. We have singer-songwriters. That's never been a market before. And then you have anyone with a special need. Sensory therapy drum. 3 markets. So we're going to drive until it happens, but I just want to know, why do people follow others instead of their intuition? Cross nailed it, because they're afraid of change. People are afraid of change. Why are they afraid of change? Because they got too comfortable with what's going on right now. Everyone's so comfortable with what's going on, and they're not living in the moment, and they're not seeing that everything changes. This entire existence of ours is evolving on a moment-to-moment basis. No, I want it to stay the same. It doesn't stay the same. It doesn't. You have to be adapting constantly. I said to me, that is probably the most important human characteristic, is your ability to adapt. Adaptability. Because it's always shifting around you. The ground is always moving under your feet. So we adapted something. We created a better mousetrap. And still we have people saying, eh. And like I said, I know why. It's because what we created puts everything else, as Carrington Brown says, out of business. I would never buy a cajon again. Partly because I know about the BeatSeat, but I invented the BeatSeat, but because of the tone I'm creating. Do you guys realize how many songs I create on this thing on a daily basis, weekly basis, for you, with you? It's because of the BeatSeat that I'm creating these songs. The energy that we build, it's unbelievable. You heard the tone when I just kicked it a few minutes ago. You want me to hear it? You want to hear it again? I'm going back over there. Just listen to this. It's unbelievable. I'm putting it back over there for you. Unbelievable. Then what if you bring your hand to the back? Check this out. Just listen to the tone on this one panel, and this is both panels, but... It's unbelievable. The whole idea here, though, you guys know, this is how the idea started. I wanted to be able to play shows by myself. That was the idea, guys. That's why it was created. And then we fast forward, and drummers now have the ability to play with their entire body. And we're offering 15% off right now because of her appearance. You know, do you guys understand? Like, for someone who created something, gets a patent for something, and you're out there pushing it day in and day out. And then all of a sudden you get like a break where all of a sudden a drummer like Carrington Brown, hers drummer, is on the BeatSeat. And you're saying, holy cow. And then her takes note of it and says, I like that thing. I want one of those things. Every time a musician sees it, they react that way because of the tones coming out of that box. And because you could do what I'm doing, you're playing shows on the thing. So I'm going to get over and play you some songs in a few minutes, but let me get to the news first. You know, we got some news to get into. I got a few stories for you. Some good stuff, but also, again, a little nervous about this CDC warning Americans. Let me see if I can get over here to the news for you. There we go. Coronavirus update. Ooh, it's a scary thing going on, guys. Let's see where we're going to interact here so I can let you see this a little better. So, CDC warns Americans to prepare for the coronavirus outbreak. And like I said, Corona beer is not doing too well either right now. Hey, can I get a Corona? No, we do not want Corona here. No Corona in this establishmente, okay? Thank you. The Centers for Disease Control is warning Americans to prepare for the possibility of a severe disruption of their lives as a result of the coronavirus outbreak in the United States. Unfreaking believable, man. Dr. Nancy Messonnier of the CDC's National Center for Immunization and Respiratory Diseases said Tuesday that at this point, community spread of the coronavirus in the U.S. is not so much a question of if, but rather a question of when. Messonnier also told Americans they should prepare for the expectation that this might be bad, saying schools may need to be using internet-based teleschooling, business may need to use video or telephone conferences and increase teleworking options, and communities may have to modify, postpone, or cancel mass gatherings. Guys, this is scary. We're going to be living from our houses. Now, oh, great, we have the internet. So now we're able to communicate easier. Yeah, but now we get no sun anymore, and we're living this weird life where we're like indoors all the time, and then our faces in our technology. But this is where we're going. Now is the time for businesses, hospitals, communities, schools, and everyday people to begin preparing and understand this whole situation may seem overwhelming, and that the disruption to everyday life may be very severe. Guys, and my man Luke is on. Luke's out right now in China. Luke, how are you doing out there? Because it's a very scary thing that's going on right now with this coronavirus. And like I said, I don't want any Corona. I don't want a Corona. I'm not going to a bar and ordering a Corona. Even if this thing gets squashed, you'll never hear me order a Corona. What can I get you? Can I get a Corona? What? What did you say? No, I'll have a Bud Light. It's scary. And I said earlier, someone's going to go in and order like a Corona Light and be like, look, it's just the light though. It's just the light. I don't want the full Corona. I just want a light Corona. Just give me a little side effect of Corona without the full Corona. Can we do that? 70% of the human population, they're saying, could be affected by this unbelievable virus. Now, here's the thing, hopefully somewhat positive news, is that they're saying, and I don't know if this is accurate, but that it's starting to weaken a little bit, and that it may not be like people are dying like crazy, but they're just getting sick. Now, I don't know what this means. Is there a way to get rid of it once you have it? Is it one of those things that like once you have it in your system, it's with you forever, like Lyme's disease? I don't know. So I don't have the information. Luke, you're the man. I'm so glad you're on, my friend. You should head over to YouTube, though, because that's where the show goes. It's much better. And anyway, health officials are briefed by members of Congress about the coronavirus threat on Tuesday. And there's a very strong chance of an extremely serious outbreak of the coronavirus here in the U.S. More than 50 cases have been confirmed in the U.S. Meanwhile, President Trump has downplayed the threat, saying Tuesday, I think the whole situation will start working out. It's going to work out, big league. We're going to work it out. We're going to have people looking, and they're going to say, oh, look at America. They did it so well. They're winning big league. No people dying from corona. Not here in the U.S. No, because Donald J. Trump, so we're going to win big league. So that's it. You see, Trump came out and saved the day. From the CDC, but I'm a little nervous about this, guys, seriously. Now, this is kind of cool. You guys know I bring you anything that has to do with history, something that's kind of massive to where we are now. So, lost ancient kingdom uncovered in Turkey after a farmer finds stone with strange inscriptions. A mysterious stone with strange inscriptions has led to the discovery of a lost ancient kingdom in Turkey. It may have been battled over Phrygia, a kingdom once ruled by King Midas. The as yet unnamed ancient kingdom was found after a farmer discovered a huge stone containing a message from an ancient king in the irrigation ditch. Researchers from the University of Chicago, why are they always going to the University of Chicago for this information? I don't know, maybe they're the best at anthropology, I'm not sure. Anyway, they were investigating Turkmen Jack Kerouac? I don't know if they were on the road or anything, guys, but listen. So a large Bronze and Iron Age mounded settlement occupied between 3500 and 100 BC. It's pretty crazy, though. A local farmer told the researchers that he found a big stone with strange inscriptions while dredging a nearby irrigation canal the previous winter. So I guess that basically... Oh, they're showing some more stuff here. I don't know if I can give you some more visuals, but let me read this to you. Assistant Professor James Osborne of the Oriental Institute of the University of Chicago. So maybe there's this connection here. University of Chicago's got an Oriental Institute. I didn't even know this. My colleague, Michelle Massa, I do not know Michael Massa, but is rushed straight there, and we could see it's still sticking out of the water. So we jumped right down into the canal and up to our waists waiting area around, and right away it was clear it was ancient. And we recognized the script. It was written in Luwian, the language used in the Bronze and Iron Ages of the area. Pretty cool. Yeah, across the world is gigantic, along with lots of ancient civilizations. You know what's kind of interesting about this is all these civilizations are found not on the surface. They're all underground, like feet. They found one ancient civilization that was like 19,000 years old. I can't think of the name of it right now. Someone jog my memory. It's an Ancient Aliens thing, okay? And it's like 18,000 years old. And basically it was like 30 feet underground. They had to dig down to find this ancient civilization. So my theory is if you dug down and took the 30 feet off of the surface of the earth, you'd find some crazy stuff. And if you went down even further, I bet you went down 100 feet. On the entire planet's surface, you'd find stuff from hundreds of thousands of years ago, like civilizations. Ooh, look, we found arrows from whatever. That's real. I think if you think about that, over time, everything gets covered up and then it just disappears unless someone knows where to look. This guy didn't know where to look. He just found it. So anyway, that happened. Ancient civilization found. I like that type of stuff, guys. Now, this is a little funny. I don't know where the story goes, but I thought it'd be a funny one for us to get into here. Check this out. Ready? A woman who tripped for 34 hours on LSD by taking 550 times the normal dose said it cured her Lyme disease. Now, when I saw that, I was like, we've got to read it because of the Lyme disease. And I thought we can get a little chuckle about the fact that she did this. Anyway, let's see what it says. During the first 12 hours, the woman blacked out for most of it, but she remembered vomiting a lot, okay? A woman overdosed but did not die after consuming 550 times an average dose of the psychedelic drug LSD. She had mistaken it as cocaine and ended up tripping for 34 hours. This sounds like a crazy story, guys. Let's see. Following her overdose, the woman microdosed LSD and found it eliminated her chronic pain, a symptom of her Lyme disease. Other psychedelics like DMT and psilocybin also have been shown to manage conditions like anxiety and depression. A 46-year-old woman went on a trip of a lifetime when she accidentally mistook the psychedelic drug LSD for cocaine, snorting 550 times an average dose of the drug and experienced a 34-hour period of being high. This is insane. According to the case report, which was co-authored by psychedelic researcher Mark Hayden and examined 3 recent LSD overdose cases, the woman who had chronic Lyme disease started tripping 15 minutes after snorting the white powder, and she believed it was cocaine. When she didn't have the reaction she thought she would, she asked her roommate about the drug, and she was told it was actually LSD. 55 milligrams, I don't know what that means, but she said the average LSD dose is approximately a 12-hour trip for 0.065 or 0.175 milligrams. She took 55 milligrams. Wow. The woman ended up tripping on LSD for 34 hours, but she lived to tell her tale. Although it was a staggering amount, he wasn't surprised she survived. According to the Drug Policy Alliance, there has never been a recorded LSD overdose that resulted in death. Did not know that. She said during her first 12 hours, she already told you guys this part. Now, here's interesting. Another 10 hours later, the LSD wore off, and the woman had a surprising reaction. The chronic pain she'd experienced due to her Lyme disease, for which she'd been using morphine for 7 years, had gone away completely. She didn't feel the need to reach for the opioid, and she also said she didn't take a notice to any withdrawal symptoms. Nausea, depression, anxiety, drug cravings. She didn't have any of them. Following her overdose, the woman decided to keep using LSD. Okay, this story's gone off the rails, guys. So she went back to taking LSD. Took 550 times the normal dose. She cures her Lyme disease, and she's like, yeah, let's just keep doing it. So I'm not sure if this is really something you guys should take to heart, guys. I don't think you should start tripping if you have Lyme disease. But I don't know. She's cured herself somewhat. This is a very weird thing. I don't know if you guys saw this. If it's still here. No, it's not going to work. Of course it's not going to work, guys. Let's see if I can do this. I'm going to try to exit out. I'm going to clear this. Let me clear it, and then let's do this again. There we go. So this is a very scary thing. If you're out and about, you never know who's going to be doing sketchy stuff, okay? Check this dude out. I'm really worried about creepy people like this. Watch this lady here. This guy comes in behind her, and he syringes her. Watch this. They're going to show it again. She walks in, and he takes the syringe out of his pocket. You can see it. Watch. He comes out of his pocket right now, and he sticks her with a syringe, and then he pretends like, what happened? Did you get stuck by the door? What did he stick her with? Creep. Absolute creep. Holy cow. I just want you guys to be aware. I'm bringing stuff on this show so we don't get, you're not walking into a food store and some creep walks up behind you and he sticks you with a syringe. Okay? Oh, man. Now, here's the last thing I want to talk to you about today. This is our last news story. You guys have to be careful when you're on the road. Obviously, we all have to be careful when we're on the road. But this is very, very dangerous what happened here. Driver in fatal Tesla crash was playing a video game. This guy was an Apple engineer, guys. This happened actually in 2018, but look at that car. Can you see what happened to that thing? Oh my goodness. The National Transportation Safety Board says the driver of a Tesla SUV who died in Silicon Valley, 2 years ago was playing a video game on his smartphone while using the partially automated driving system. Chairman Robert Sumwalt said at the start of a hearing on Tuesday that systems like Tesla's autopilot cannot drive themselves, yet drivers continue to use them without paying attention. If you own a car with a partial automation, you do need to still drive the car. This means that when you're driving in a supposed self-driving mode, you can't read a book, can't watch a movie, and you can't play video games. You're in the car driving. Are you going to trust some automated system? This guy did that, and he's no longer here. The board will determine the cause of the crash, but we apparently know what it is, and they'll make recommendations to prevent it from happening again. Yeah, how about this? Don't play a video game while you're driving. The March 2018 crash involving a Tesla Model X SUV killed Apple engineer Walter Huang when he swerved and slammed into a concrete barrier dividing freeway and exit lanes in Mountain View, California. Just before the crash, the Tesla steered to the left into a paved area between the freeway, travel lanes, and an exit ramp. It accelerated to 71 miles per hour and crashed into the end of a concrete barrier. The car's forward collision avoidance system didn't alert Huang, and its automatic emergency braking did not activate. Also, Huang did not brake. There was no steering movement detected to avoid the crash. The investigators previously found that Tesla's system became confused at a freeway exit and was a factor in the crash. Documents released earlier this month quoted Huang's relatives as saying Huang had previously complained about an autopilot malfunctioning and swerving in the area near where crash occurred. So he had this issue already, and he's driving playing a video game. So look, obviously, don't drive and play video games, guys. It's that simple, okay? That simple. So listen, I've been with you for a while. I'm going to play you one more song here. I didn't really play you a song yet on the BeatSeat, so let's get over there and do that for you. This is a variety show, guys. Been live every day since the beginning of time. No, not really. 421 days. 421 days, guys. Let's get over and play some music for you. How about that? What do we got away? What do we got away? Let's play you something. This is way off. That's better. So I had a clip out there yesterday about this. Might as well play it for you. I gotta turn the volume up. Let's see if that's any better. Let's see if that's any better. A little bit. Still kind of low. Why is that so low? Oh, this isn't on. That's why. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. I need to hear myself a little, guys. So I dropped this clip yesterday. It's called The Best for You and Me. I might as well try to play it for you, although I don't have all the lyrics, but I'm just going to roll with it. Sometimes I try a little too hard. Sometimes I need to be alone. But most times I need you there to hold me close and let me know who I am. 'Cause we
sure if we can change, but you know I'm gonna try. I just want the best for you and me. For you and me. For you and me. Get the best, just you and me. And at night, the cool air feels right to me. And I thank the Lord, and I pray for more. And if the time comes when we all judge ourselves, just let me know, and I'll be there for you. And I know that the man can get you down sometimes, and I'm not sure if we can be free. Free fall with me. Free fly away like a dream. You love the ones you miss the most. For sure, you love the ones you miss the most. So we walk on down the road, holding hands, philosophize with God, and I will soar in the clouds tonight, and I'll spread my wings, open up and fly away. And I know I'm gonna miss this place when it's gone, and we're standing right here. And I wish we were thinking about all the people walking by me and you. If we start, we can change and get the best for you and me. For you and me. For you and me. We'll get the best, just you and me. Just you and me. We'll get the best, just you and me. Just you and me. Just you and me. We'll get the best, just you and me. Feel kind of mellow tonight, guys. Sorry. It's an upbeat song and I played it mellow, but I was feeling even mellower during the mellowness. I'm going to play you something really mellow. Guys, we had a killer show yesterday, and then I went home and I cut pieces for these 16 beat seats I'm building right now. I got to build 16 beat seats for the Fairfield Public School System, and it's crazy. I got all the fronts and the backs cut yesterday, so a new thing. I'm innovating constantly, right? We're going to continue to evolve the process in order to be more cost-effective, etc. And the new beat seats, I dropped off the fronts and the backs to our laser engraver, and I'm going to be engraving the logos into the BeatSeat going forward, because this, unfortunately, I'm very careful with mine, but some people kick off the logo, or they're just like, they snap it with their foot and then a piece gets knocked off. The school system, the kids like to kick it like this, so then they're breaking the front. So now it's going to be engraved in, and it will be dead center on the face, so now it makes sense, and then people can hit it, they can grab it, they can do whatever. Engraved. Same thing with the back. I don't have it on here, but I've got my patent information is going to be on the back. I'll be able to show you guys that one on Friday when I have it all ready. I'll have 16 of them ready by the weekend. I have to play this with a pick even though it's better without. That note. Ugh. Makes me not want to play it. I plunder, lazy in the field, as time is on my sideways, looking at an ocean view. We should be thankful now. Yeah, I will be waiting for glory and loving my every moment. Floats on by, sideways, waiting for an ocean view. We should be thankful now. Yeah, I will be loving my moments and waiting for every. On by, I know we grow. And I know my hope, and I know my dreams is eating you up inside. I know we grow. I know we grow. And I know my hopes. I know my dreams. Dream me up inside. I know we grow. And take my eyes and take my arms away from me and take my everything, 'cause you're leaving me anyway. I know I'm lonely road. I know we grow. I know we grow. And we're back. My people. So listen, day 421 in a row. Little BeatSeat action for you. And remember, that's the drum you play with your hands and feet. And just was feeling a little mellow tonight, so I played just a couple original songs there. Who's still on? I lost my Instagram feed there. I didn't realize that we were over an hour. Been on an hour and 7 minutes. Didn't realize that, guys. So we lost some people there. Hopefully they're going to come over to the YouTube page. Ruben wants to hear Hey Jude. All right, Ruben, I can try to play Hey Jude real quick if you're still on. Let me go back over there. If I remember how it goes. Let me try to see if I can remember it. So, Ruben, this is the first drum designed for guitar players. I invented it, patented it, and we were selected 2019 Summer NAMM Editor's Choice winner, which is a pretty big deal. And if you couldn't tell what I'm doing, and I have a comfortable seat to play my guitar on. I should pull the chords for you, buddy. Hey Jude, don't let me down. Sing a sad song and make it brighter. Remember. How's it go from there? Remember to let her into your heart, and you will start to make it good. I'll get it for you. If you tune in tomorrow, buddy, I'll bring Hey Jude out for you, and I'll actually learn it. But it goes something like that. Hey Jude, don't let me down. Sing a sad song and make it brighter. Remember. Is it there? No. Remember to let her into your heart. You can start to make it better. I'm going to get the chords out for you, buddy. I'll learn it and play it for you, okay? But maybe I'll play something you may know along the same lines of that. pathos and prison is where I want to stay. And then people keep on moving on down to San Antonio. Oh, when I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, don't ever play with guns. Well, I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. And then people keep moving on down to San Antonio. Oh, and now people keep moving on down to San Antonio. Well, I bet there's rich folks eating and fanny down in cars. They're probably drinking coffee and smoking big cigars. Well, I know I had it coming. I know I can't be free. And then people keep on moving on to San Antonio. That's it. Too much music. Especially after building and cutting 16 beat seats. That's a lot of work cutting 16 beat seats, guys. Seriously. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. The seat is unbelievable. I appreciate you. And hopefully you will subscribe, Ruben. I'm live every day for the rest of my days. Okay, I've been live for 421 days. I come on here to just bring some positivity to this planet. And I know some people like to troll and do whatever. Do whatever. I'm here just to bring some positivity to this world. Okay, and I play music every day on the BeatSeat. And her, if you know who her is, her just played the BeatSeat. And she played at the NAACP Awards, Image Awards. If you go and watch that performance, she starts the show on the BeatSeat, killing it. And that's my invention. So we're trying to get it out to the world. So if you know any musicians, you know anyone with special needs, it's also a super powerful sensory therapy drum. But listen, I've been live with you for an hour and 14 minutes, and it's just a Tuesday. And yesterday, I don't know if you saw this. I'll play this because my friend over here, Ruben, I don't know if you're still on, buddy. If you are, you'll like this. This happened, yesterday was day 420 in a row, okay? And you'd think after being live for 420 days, every single day for an hour plus, bringing some light to this planet, that you'd get, like, I don't know, like a news producer would be like, hey, look, I like what you're doing. Let's get you on the air. No, I got this to show up in my inbox.
Hey, what's up, man?
What's up,
420 days in a row, man. That's
John?
really cool, man. Hey, do you have a lid? Maybe you got a lid for me, man? Hey, is that the gun to you? I know you're gonna like. Oh, hey, what's up, Mark? Oh, look, I just wanted to say congratulations, man. 420 days.
Thanks,
Look, keep it up, man. Keep it up.
I'm not stopping.
Let's crack a leg, you. Want to see what's up to my main man, Mark. 420 days live. Walk the walk, this man's talking the real talk.
Snoop knows what's up. I wanted to get Snoop in again today for the weather. We talked about having like the daily Snoop weather report. It's going to drizzle, my nizzle. Like, we're going to get him in there for that. And I'm going to just start working it out. So, Ruben, just so you have an idea of what this show is, you should subscribe because this is a variety show. I'm here just being positive, but then I play music, but then I also bring in face swaps. So we have that, but then there's this whole Dr. Evil saga going on right now. It's Dr. Evil versus Donald Trump, and it's really quite interesting. If you have a chance to check back some of my episodes, you'll see it. Here's one of them right here.
Dr. Evil, Donald Trump is on the line for you.
Thank you, number 2.
Yes, Twitch. Subscribe
I'll
on
take
Twitch.
the call in my secret lair. Donald, glad to get you back on the line. Dr. Evil. Yeah, I read your crap book. Oh, you
This
did?
one was okay.
I thought you'd go audiobook. I didn't know you knew how to read. Of course I know how to freaking read. I'm Dr. Evil.
That one was all right. Wait, who has to pay? I'm on Twitch. I'm on every platform. So I'm on Twitch. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, Periscope. What else? VK, D Live. What else do we have over here? Smashcast, Vaughn Live, Twitch, of course, I said, YouTube, and LinkedIn still isn't working. Like, it's in beta form, so it's not live there anymore. But anyway, I'm live every day, so you could come back and find me tomorrow. I'm usually on around this time during the week, between about 5 o'clock and 7 o'clock. And then on the weekends, I do a Friday night and Saturday night live, basically from my house on the BeatSeat. It's just all music. And I don't know what that means. You have to pay on Twitch to sub, but you can follow for free. See, I'm not familiar too much with what's the whole situation with Twitch. I only have a handful of people that have started to follow the program over there. But Bulldogs is one of them. And Ruben, I'd love to have you on in the mix, my friend. Just join in whenever you can. Like I said, you can go about your life at least saying to yourself, there is one program that will be live every day. Never going to miss a day. Okay, we're 421 days in, and we started on December 31st, 2018, with one mission in mind, is to affect a positive change one person at a time. Hopefully today I did that with you, my friend. And I just dropped podcast number 51, too. If you listen to podcasts, the podcasts are just getting better and better. It's just these shows, I just drop them for you. Lots of great music in that episode as well. And go and subscribe. That's free of charge. You can get my podcast free of charge on any platform. And listen, I think that's it. An hour and 18 minutes, that's a pretty solid Real Talk for the day. I will see you guys tomorrow for the next Real Talk. Any topics you want me to get into, Ruben, let me know. I'll get into any topics. It used to be politics was off limits, but now I'm like, whatever. I'll talk about anything. This is Real Talk. We get into it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. It's Mark Pyers. And it's Real Talk.